What's up, guys? D-Rock1992 here. For this next video and for my next movie review, I'm going to be reviewing the movie that followed, the Batman movie that followed Batman Returns, the live-action Batman that followed Batman Returns, and that would be 1995's Batman Forever. So Batman Forever is different in terms of the director and the guy who played Batman in this movie. First of all, the director is Joel Schumacher. And Joel Schumacher's done some films. He's directed some prominent films, such as The Lost Boys, Time to Kill, one coming up that wasn't that good, and, you know, several others as well. So a prominent director, Joel Schumacher is, or was. And now the new Batman. Now we have a new Batman instead of Michael Keaton. And Michael Keaton left. Interesting fact, Michael Keaton did not come back for Batman Forever. He did not don the cape and the mask for a third time because Tim Burton did not come in as director. He wasn't he got ousted as the director of the film. He produced the film, Tim Burton did, but he was not a director. And another fact, Batman Returns was so dark for the studio, I don't know if they got the money that they considered, that they wanted. The studio, Warner Brothers, I think they really listened to the parents of the fans, the young kids that said, oh, this movie's violent for our children and all that, too dark. Batman Forever is a much more different tone than Batman Returns, for sure. So, the new Batman is Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's been known for several films. Probably most prominently, he played Jim Morrison, the rocker, in the Doors movie. And he's been in several other films as well, Top Gun being one. But, anyway, yeah, Val Kilmer, the new Batman. Also, you get some new faces. Tommy Lee Jones plays Two-Face. Jim Carrey plays the Riddler. Nicole Kidman plays Dr. Chase Meridian. And Chris O'Donnell plays Robin. Of course, Robin, the sidekick to Batman. So, yeah, Batman Forever basically, and this is kind of a simple plot, sort of, Batman teams up with Robin, Robin's first movie, in a live-action, not Robin's first live-action appearance in a film, but his second live-action appearance. So Batman and Robin have to team up to defeat Two-Face and the Riddler, who are two of Batman's most prominent villains, for sure. They're very well-known Batman villains. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the basic plot of this film. What I'll say right now, first off, the positives of this film. The two positives for this film, the star, and I take him a tad ahead of this other character, but the star of this film is Jim Carrey's Riddler. Now, Jim Carrey was coming off, a big year in 1994. He just broke out into a big movie superstar with The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Those three movies catapulted him into stardom. In fact, for this movie, he had a $20 million salary to play the Riddler in this film. That's how big of an actor Jim Carrey was, back in the day. And he just embodies the Riddler so well. He is a perfect fit as the Riddler slash Edward Nygma. You know, just wacky, kooky, you know, very crazy, and just a great casting choice. And then Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. Now, Tommy Lee Jones has been in a lot of films. I mean, Men in Black, The Fugitive, and U.S. Marshals is the same character. He won an Academy Award for his character in The Fugitive. So Tommy Lee Jones very much perfectly embodies Two-Face. This psychotic, demented, crazy Batman villain. And Tommy Lee Jones was just the perfect casting for him. I know there's a lot of people that are mixed on Tommy Lee Jones' casting and Jim Carrey's casting as well. I happen to think they fit that movie. They fit what Batman Forever was going for the most part. Then Chris O'Donnell comes in as Batman, or Robin rather, and he does a good job. He does a solid job. I wouldn't say a spectacular job of acting, but he holds his own in this movie. Nicole Kidman plays Dr. Chase Meridian, and she doesn't add much to the movie except being Batman's love interest. And that's generally it. I mean, but she does a solid enough job, Nicole Kidman. You know, Nicole Kidman's a very well-known actress, of course. You know, she's Australian, and so she's very well-known, but she does okay. But the one character that was not the best fit, came off as dull, was Val Kilmer as Batman. He was not a good fit for this role. You know... Now, this movie aimed towards the kids because of the reception towards Batman Returns by the parents of those kids. This movie was aimed at selling toys for the kids and being more family-friendly. Val Kilmer does not fit that. He does not. He went too serious. He did not have the right tone for this movie, which generally was going for seriousness. You know, generally was going for a kid-friendly, wacky, campy type Batman movie. Most of this movie is a wacky, campy Batman. And Val Kilmer as Batman, he just came off as dull, boring, and he just wasn't good as Batman. He just was not a good fit. My impression of the film. This film tries to be two different films in one. You get you get the serious aspect of this film, and you get the campy type of campy, wacky, kooky fun that, you know, this movie kind of is, but, you know, just this movie doesn't know what it wants to be at times. At times, yeah, this movie doesn't have much identity. You know, it doesn't quite know what it wants to be in some occasions. I give the film a 3 out of 5 stars for a good, solid movie, and this is very much largely because of the performances of Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones as the Riddler and Harvey Two-Face. Those performances were just amazing and so good, in fact, that it saves the movie. It really does, because if you didn't have those two in this movie, Batman Forever would have been a dud. It probably would have been a big dud of a film. Critically, it didn't get the best of ratings, and some people would point it out as the downfall of Batman at the time, but, you know, it fit, you know, it's good enough because of the amazing performances of Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. They save this movie for me. They really do save the film. So again, I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, and it's intriguing enough because of those two characters that I mentioned. And so that is it for my review on Batman Forever. Stay tuned for my next Batman review, Batman and Robin. D-Rock 1992 out.